The American legal system is bananas. Let's take a look at the WhatsApp contract. First of all, right there, no data shared with third parties. And then it's like, learn more about how developers declare sharing. It's like, so first you need to understand how we collect the data before you can know whether or not we share it or how we share it. First things first, some data that's collected is optional, right? And some we don't even have to tell you if we actually collected it. Why? Well, one reason we wouldn't have to tell you we collected it is because we did it fast. That's what it says right there, right? For example, when data is only processed empirically. So real quick, look up empirically in a way that lasts for a short time, or basically transit. So it's like, I don't have to tell you we collected it if we did it fast. What's fast? What isn't? How fast is fast? Well, I don't know. The computer's moving billions of bits a second. So, I mean, is faster than you can blink fast enough? Well, then, yeah, that's good. We got all of your numbers. We got your social security, your account, all of it. But we didn't collect it because it was fast. Down here, data sharing. Developers describe if the app shares data with third parties. Let's get. Remember that beginning part where we talked about not sharing anything with third parties? Now we're talking about how not only is it shared, but technically we don't even have to tell you if it's shared because, you know, it's technically transferred under these specific guidelines. So, for example, you gave your consent because you consented to all of this shit because you read it, obviously. You know, we explained it. So, basically, we don't share it with anything outside of the list of bullshit. Oh, that's great, too. And they're like, oh, well, you know, technically my service provider has access to all of my data, so that means if I'm processing your data, that means my service provider has access to all your data, and who knows what agreements or rights or whatever regulations they have because you didn't agree with them. You agreed with me. Here's a great one. Sometimes we just give your data to somebody else. And why? Well, because we decided based on the developer that, like, you know, the rule set that we wanted them to process it for us based on our specific developer instructions, contractual terms, privacy. Basically all the stuff that you just agreed to here with them. They're going to take your data, give it to someone else, and they have their own contractual agreement where they can do all sorts of fuckery shit. And of course, you've always got the government, you know, being used by the industry to manipulate scenarios. So, you know, if the government shows up and is like, give it to me, that's because some industry agent or some industry, you know, financed the whole thing. So sometimes people from outside the U.S. will want to communicate. I'll start communicating with them on LinkedIn. They're like, here's my WhatsApp app, or like, here's my this. And I'm like, thinking to myself, oh, it says end-to-end encryption. It says it's safe. They must believe that shit. There's another way in which they, oh yeah, data transferred is fully anonymized, so it can no longer be associated with you as the individual. But this hardware, this computer, specific computer, attached to this specific network, logged in to this specific website, it's like, well, there's only the one user that this so basically your argument is somebody else had my computer on my Wi-Fi in my house, you know, logging into my accounts, and that's how. Because technically, we don't have any of your information. We just have specific hardware information because we need that, and that hardware information has specific networking information like service provider, and all of that gives us enough data to basically say that, well, either it was you or whoever else you let use your computer and your passcodes and everything else. Almost everything in America is like this. There's like a contract that basically whatever they advertise and say, we do this or we don't do that. Well, except for, and then here's a convoluted contract that expresses all the ways in which we want to do it and will do it.